Hi, I'm Stephanie Allen, and I'm a counsellor and a life coach, and I have an absolute passion for removing the obstacles that stand between people and a better quality of life. And I have counselled hundreds of people who have suffered severely with one form or another of anxiety. And if you have anxiety, unfortunately, it also can be accompanied by anxiety's best friend, depression. I think this is the case due to the limiting effects anxiety can have over your life. For example, you may be at home living alone and decide one evening to treat yourself to a movie night and watch your favourite feel-good film. And then suddenly, if you suffer with health anxiety, for example, you may feel as though you have a headache coming on. Now, whilst most people who have an headache will naturally get a painkiller and wait for the headache to subside, if you suffer with health anxiety, that will certainly not be the case for you, if only it could be that simple for you, yeah? Instead of this, not only will you be suffering with the physical pain of the headache, you go straight into panic mode because you have now convinced yourself you have a brain tumour. Convincing yourself you have a life-threatening illness, you are left feeling panic-stricken, feeling so frightened and scared. You naturally need to seek reassurance from others, such as your friends or your GP, just to make sure you're okay. And generally, the intense experience of anxiety doesn't even subside for you until you manage to get that external reassurance from others. This experience will have happened to you loads of times, and each time it happens, you hopefully find out eventually that all is well. And yet each time you have an ache or a pain anyway, you can't help but imagine the worst case scenario. Your thoughts are like a broken record stuck on repeat that make you spiral downwards into the depths of despair. And to have to live like this is almost like spending most of your days living in a horror movie, feeling on edge, unable to relax, thinking thoughts like, am I going to be here tomorrow? Am I going to die any minute? Living with a feeling of impelling doom as you wait for your worst case scenario of your health anxiety to unfold. Anxiety is a bully, and it will bully you if you allow it to. Or maybe you suffer with another form of anxiety, such as social anxiety. And so each and every time you have to attend new events and meet new people, your anxiety raises its ugly head. You convince yourself, without even a shadow of a doubt, other people are judging you. You even tell yourself you know exactly what it is others are thinking. You may convince yourself of all sorts of things, such as they know all about that bad thing that happened to me all those years ago, and that makes me feel so ashamed and so angry. Or you may tell yourself other stories, such as they must think I'm weird, or they think I'm pathetic, they don't like me, they are way better than me, those type of people, that they're above me and I'm beneath them. And what this all adds up to over time is this: you simply can't enjoy your time with other people. You believe others are constantly judging you, and yet if you take a bird's eye view of your life, you will notice your anxiety is robbing you of so much. It's robbing you of new friendships alongside new and exciting fun experiences. Limiting your life in this way ultimately could lead you into feeling all sorts of things, including feeling depressed, alone, isolated, unwanted, and lacking in confidence. alongside even making you feel paranoid on times. And this is because anxiety is a bully. And as I said, it will bully you if you allow it to. Yet here is the thing. Do you happen to know of any 2-year-old that isn't saying, hey, look at me? You were born confident. These are just stories that you're telling yourself. And these stories actually begin with you. Because think about it for a minute. It is you that is the one who is judging how others are judging you. And so here is the good news. Because you have learned to think like this, then equally you can unlearn it. Because anxiety is a bully and it will bully you if you allow it to. If you want to measure how negatively your anxiety is impacting the quality of your life, just ask yourself the following questions. What impact does your anxiety have over your mental health? Does it cause you to suffer with depression? Does it limit you socially, preventing you from leaving your house? And if you do go out, does it prevent you from being able to enjoy yourself when you are out? Does it prevent you from having romantic relationships? Or on the other hand, does your anxiety indirectly have a negative impact on your romantic relationships? Does it stop you from doing things with your family and friends? Does it prevent you from working? Does it keep you awake at night and prevent you from having a good night's sleep? And does it stop you from making plans such as going on holidays? So when you think about all of these things, just take a few minutes to reflect and really think about what your anxiety is actually costing you. Does it cost you your happiness? Does it prevent you from chasing after your dream job and feeling fulfilled? Does it stop you from being all that you can be? Anxiety is a part of life, but the key to remember is this. You can learn how to park your anxiety and get back into the driver's seat of your life and grip hold of the steering wheel and take back your control so you can become the person controlling your anxiety as opposed to your anxiety controlling you. And once this happens, you are finally free to head off into the direction of your desires. Working with a counsellor can help you to finally put your foot on the emotional roller coaster ride of your anxiety. You see, I think all anxiety does set great limits upon our lives, yet when we were born limitless. As a baby, you didn't try to walk once, fall down and convince yourself you were never meant to be a walker, and never try to walk again because of what other people may think, and you don't think of how others would judge you, because as a baby you were too busy enjoying yourself and enjoying your life in the present moment and having fun to even worry about other people's opinions of you. As a child, you didn't even know what worry was. This is why mostly when you have anxiety, obviously depending on the circumstances of course, coming into the present moment and using mindfulness or breathing techniques can be so useful, because it stops you from catastrophizing about things in the future that may never happen, and equally it stops you looking back into the past, focusing on all the things that make you spiral downwards into depression. If your anxiety is having a negative impact over your life, please seek some form of professional help. That could be in the form of visiting your local GP to get on the waiting list for counselling, or it could be seeking out a counsellor in private practice. The main thing to know is if you suffer severely with anxiety, you really are capable of having a far better quality of life with the right help. Thank you for your time.